Hi everybody, my name is Shannon. Welcome to my channel, Another Yarn. Thank you so much for joining me today. I greatly appreciate it. Oh my. Today we're going to talk about socks. Somewhat. Yeah, there's socks involved. There are definitely socks involved. This is my To the Toes series and all things feet related because I'm trying to get my socks done for the year and I keep giving them away. You guys reminded me, I've given 3 pair of socks away this year. Yeah. I've made 3 pair of socks this year. That's not going well for me. I have to get 10, well, I have to, but I'm going to get 10 pair done by the end of the year that I have in my bin. I gave away 1 pair to the wonderful daughter-in-law that I have that just gave us our 6th grandchild. They have 4 kids, so that is their youngest. And I gave her a pair of socks. That was my first pair that I made in the year. And then with my mother-in-law in town, she got her Christmas socks, and a niece came and visited, so she got a pair of socks. So yeah, it's 3 pair gone. Yeah, I've got 2 finished pair here for the year, so 3 in, 3 out. Yeah, it's not going well. That's okay. As you know, I have had family in town, and I still do, and I'm telling you, it is wonderful. So it kind of puts a little cramp on the crafting, and I wouldn't have it any other way. It's wonderful. I don't count socks as a brand new start because I'm supposed to, self-imposed rule, have socks going at all times because they have to be ready to pick up and work on. And I do have some on the needles. I have my 19-year-old pair of socks, but that's a patterned sock, so I wasn't touching those with family in town and talking and chatting. I just, I have to pay attention to that. And then I have my, I don't know, is it buried under here? It is buried. I have a pair like with this. It's buried. I don't know if I want to go digging out because I want to lose some needles. Oh, I got something. I got it. That, yeah, I have that. And that's something that I have to pay attention to also. Isn't that pretty? It is. So I have my 2, oh my gosh. I might regret doing this. Maybe I should stop. Maybe I should listen. Maybe I shouldn't touch it. Okay, I'm not touching it anymore. Okay, it's got a lot of needles sticking out of it. I'm not touching it. I'm going to stick that back in there. It never happened. It never happened. So I have those 2 on the needles. Not ones that I want to play with. And I grabbed out some of my KNC yarn. This was one of those Joanne Yarn exclusives, and during like the January, February, before they did all the I'm going out of business stuff, bankruptcy, but not I'm going out of business, had massive sales. I got this 100 grams of sock yarn for something like $3, 3-ish, something around there. Yes, please. I've got a crocheted blanket that I'm working on. Oh, I'm ripping out part of the square. That's some of them. I've got the 5 or 6 different colors that they had, and they don't match each other. But I'm going to put them in a blanket. I'm going to make them be family. So they're going to work. But I thought I would try to make some socks with the sock yarn. I know it's a novel idea. I like it. And you guys are smart. And you said, hey, why don't you make another one of those owl socks? It's a fairy maiden pattern. It is a free pattern on Ravelry. It's not owl sock. It just looks like owls. It really does. I didn't notice it when I first started, but it really does. So you just finished a pair, and maybe you should start another pair because you have that memorized, and you made a comment that it's kind of like a stockinette pattern. It's not stockinette, okay? It's not. Here, let me show you the one without stripies on it. Here. Oh, it's not stockinette, right? It has stockinette in it, but it's not stockinette. It's just that beautiful little lace pattern that looks like owls are involved in it, right? That. And I thought that's a really good idea since I do have that down. So here it is with colors, with the stripes. And hubby was like, well, you should have a full owl thing in this color and this. Oh, you can't because it's striping like that. Yeah, the yarn does the work. I'm just letting it do its thing. I am already at the heel flap. That is where I'm at right now in comparison. Here we go. Hold them up. We can see right here. So I have finished 6 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 full pattern repeats, just like I did on the blue pair. That's what I did here. I'm going to start that heel flap. So it's moving along, and it's a good one for when you have company. It's not, for me, because I have it memorized and everything. It's not like trying to do one of those other patterns where I have to really pay attention. Yeah, you have to still pay attention, but I think you get what I'm getting at, right? You know, some things are just easier than others. And I would rather have some progress on it, even if it's slow, as opposed to, wow, I did great, and then realize I didn't do great. I did it, and it has to get all ripped out, because we know that's happened. And then I was looking, it's like, okay, I've got that. And some of you in the comments have seen, I really want to start a pair of socks with that brand new sock yarn that I just got in the mail from Etsy. And let's see, her name is Natalie. Natalie, she gave me a card in that, not because she knows me, but I'm pretty sure that's what she does on all of her stuff. And this is Etsy is Your Magic Yarn at Etsy. Follow your dreams. And this was the beautiful card that I got in there. And the yarns are stunning and surprising to me. I actually want to make a pair of socks with at least one of the colors. And that was the question, which one? And she does inspiration photos with a lot of her yarns too. And I've never met the person. I don't know her. I just found gorgeous things and I share pretty stuff. I bought it. It's pretty. I'm sharing. So I think that's gorgeous. Oh, that one. Oh, that would be a good one. Because this is like a light kind of speckled, so it would still hold well for a patterned piece, you know, like this solid, we can see this. Words are hard. It's past my bedtime. Did I mention that? Yeah, it's past my bedtime. Like this being the solid, you can really see that pattern design. With this, it's stripes. You can see it, but the plain solid is better. This is a good one. I think this would show up very nice in something like this. So then I went down the pattern searching rabbit hole, and I was trying to figure out with these, which one. I mean, this is stunning. I mean, oh my gosh, right? Look at that. That is, oh, these colors, every one of them was just more stunning. And what did I end up with? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, you know, 5 of them that had minis attached to them, 1 of them that didn't. This one didn't have an option for mini. I would have bought the mini with it. I know that is crazy for me, but these were just so well marketed. And I'm looking at this and oh my gosh, that is just amazing. So then I went down, you know, the little sock looking pattern Ravelry thing. You want to see something funny? And I thought about it. You guys are going to laugh at me. Some of you may not. I don't know. Where'd it go? Where's it at? Where's it at? Oh, there it is. Okay. So this is a free pattern. This is on nitty.com. You can also link to it through Ravelry, which I'll probably have to do to make it a little bit easier. What year was this one? This is 2002. Pattern for the people since 2002. Oh, Nitty 2002. Yeah, I've been following them since then. So this is Spring Summer 2024 issue number 87. And this is the nitty.com. And look at this sock. I mean, I looked at that and I went, oh, that's pretty. I like that. Wow, that looks familiar. What is that lace pattern? Oh my gosh. That looks so familiar. Do you recognize it? Do you know what that is? It doesn't have the bobble for the head. That is the angel pattern that I am working on for my sister's sweater. And I'm looking at it going, I could do a complicated lace pattern. That would be pretty. Which one of these? It would probably have to be this one. If I were to use one of these, because this is the least variegated. Is that a way to put it? Is that a word? It's a word, but yeah, this is, I think this would show the lace more, yeah, than the other ones, yeah. So I scrolled down and I looked, and then I grabbed my book also, and the main chart, yeah, the difference on that with that main chart is it doesn't have the bobble head, the treatment that you're doing for the bobble head for the angel. It is the same pattern. I'm like, oh my gosh. So then I'm like, I can't make angel socks. I haven't finished the angel sweater. And I would put the bobblehead in there. I'm just telling you, I know that that's there. I would put it in there. But I'm like, I can't go there. And I was like, oh, that's so pretty. And I think it would be beautiful with this, right? There's some pop of color and it's just gorgeous, but I don't think the color would be so overwhelming that you're not going to see that lace. And that's just the beautiful. I'm like, oh, that would be nice. And I'm like, my socks, you know, it's one of those what is it, that meme that it's like, you know, this was the thing that you liked before and you're like you're with the one that you're with, you know, I've got this and everything, I got this and everything. I'm looking at other stuff and my projects are like, what about me? I mean, I literally have 3 pairs of socks on the needles right now that I would like to get finished. And I'm searching for other things going, this is pretty. And I was drooling over it before I realized it was the angel pattern. And then that made me laugh. So yeah, I like it. I obviously like it in all of its different iterations, right? I definitely like it. So I continued to look through other things. I mean, it's past my bedtime because I've been looking at Ravelry and this is how my mind works. I went from one thing and it exploded. And I was like, okay, if I'm looking at these gorgeous yarns, if you look at this, the main one has the 420 yards and that has the 87. So we're over 500 yards for just one of these with the mini set. What could I do with about 500 yards, not necessarily socks? Then we know where this is going. We know where this is going. I looked at the Flax sock pattern. This is by Tin Can Knits. You've heard me talk about the Flax pattern so many times. So here it is. Look, 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 look. All the way, I've mentioned baby size. So the Flax comes in, you've got, this is the sock weight, they've got DK weight, they've got worsted weight, they've got you covered. What yarn are you comfortable with working with? It's the same thing, right? So here's the lady in her Flax sweater. Well, I was looking at the sizes because we got to see baby Noah. He's a little guy. He's just over 5 pounds. I don't know about all the ounces and stuff, but he's 5 pounds, a little bit more, but he's in that 5 pound range. Looking at this, I would have yarn left over to make the 12-month size with just, well, I don't think I would need a full hank of that. What was it again? It was crazy. The just like, it's like a little yarn sip is all it is. Yarn for regular length. So 340, 400 yards would make a 6 to 12 month size. Well, he's a little over 5 pounds. Okay, so even if I made the 0 to 6 months, he'd be able to wear it for a little while as a cute little thing. And that's just, you know, like 320 yards. So 400 yards is that 6 to 12 month size. I wouldn't even need a full skein, all one color. And I'm like, okay, well, obviously I wouldn't go with that one, you know, cute little guy. But I do have, oh, stop. Look at this one. Oh, isn't that pretty? And could do it all in one color. It'd be hand washed, but that's okay. You know, mix it with the minis and stuff. Oh my gosh, right? The little bands and stuff. Oh my, you know, just the one skein of yarn. There's that one. We saw him in the blue because I made his other little blue outfit. What about that one? Oh, wouldn't that be cute? And it does have a little mini with it, but you don't even need it, you know. And then the browns and the orange. Oh my gosh, that right there. What do you think with his skin tone? I mean, he's a cutie, right? So these would be the 3 choices. So I'm just going down the rabbit hole. Mind you, it started as socks. Now granted, it's fingering weight yarn, so people think of socks, sock weight yarn, whatever. So I'm looking at that. Then then we continue. I'm like, okay, but I've got this gorgeousness and everything. And, you know, I keep wanting to make things for the 2-year-old because she's 2, she's cute, and they're smaller. Let's face it, I'm biased. My grandchildren are beautiful. I am biased. I am Nana. But 2-year-old size is a lot easier to make than the 9-year-old size. We understand this. Like, ooh. And then this one is gorgeous, right? I mean, it's stunning anyway. And then I got that little handmade tag right here that I could attach to whatever I want. I'm looking at that. I love this is calling to me. It is so calling to me. So then I started looking at the So Faded Pint Size sweater by Andrea Mowry. Look at this. And you know, it's just another simple, I could still do the Flax or this one, but it's just a simple stockinette. This one has the pearl bumps and everything over on the shoulder right here. And then just the rest of it is stockinette sleeve, whereas the Flax just has that garter stitch right here as the center. You could do anything you want. You just use it as a template. That's what I do on a lot of these. It's just, does it have the size and the schematic I'm looking for? We're on it, right? And that's important. So I was looking at this, and it's nice. You're working with size 3s and size 5 knitting needles. You got the 3s for the ribbing, perfect. Then you're up to size 5s. So on fingering weight yarn, that goes pretty quickly. It does. It's not like the socks. Okay, the socks is on 1s. It's not like the socks. It's a lot faster. So I was looking at that. Full-length sleeves for, I could go to a 4-year-old child. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 4-year-old child with just this. I could. And full-length sleeves. 4-year-old. Well, she's 2 and she's a tiny little 2-year-old. So just this, I could get her a sweater. Now this is faded in with 5 different colors. Oh wait, did I mention 5 colors? I have minis. We know I have minis. I don't know what to do with them. Maybe this, maybe something like this with those minis, right? Or just cuffs and everything, and then just do the rest of it with this gorgeousness. Put some purple stripes in there if I feel like it. Oh my gosh. But how stunning would that be? And it would just be one of those sets. I'm like, wait a minute, what about one for me? I need 4 full. We've discovered this because I have made other sweaters with fingering weight yarn, and I actually do need the 4 full. And that's using all of them. So depending on what we're dealing with, 4 and some other colors, 4 and some other whatevers, just to, especially if you're doing a different color ribbing and not using every single bit of it. I've done that before with the 4 full balls of Arcane Fiberworks, and I used every bit of it. So depending on what I needed, I might need that 5th ball just for color purposes, right? Color controlling. But here it is with the adult size for the Andrea Mowry. This is the So Faded. And again, she's using like 5 different colors, 4 or 5 different colors. So you can stripe in whatever with all of your minis or leftovers or something along that line. And that sent me down another rabbit hole with the little minis and the tiny pieces and the whatevers, because I have this. I don't have the jar, but I have that, and that is the Tangled Poet pickle jar. I have all the little minis that came in a Ziploc bag because I didn't buy the jar because I didn't need the jar. These are 20 to 23 yard little mini bobs and bits. So then I'm searching and I'm looking through everything on, and I've done that before, of trying to incorporate as many colors as possible, kind of my coat of many colors. What I really need to do on that is just figure out a pattern, kind of like using these as templates, right? The So Faded is a template, or the Flax is a template, which I've used more than once. Use as a template for my size guide, and just like Erin from Crafting Kitty has done, and like it shows you for the Tangled Poet, is just grab a mini and go. Just go with it. Don't care. Just grab one and go. And this is a lot less stitches, or yeah, a lot less stitches around on that piece. You're getting wider stripes than you would on a garment for me. I mean, just, I would take more stitches, pretty sure. I don't have that kit, so I'm not sure how many she cast on, and it is a cowl. Probably around that 96-ish stitches, and I don't know that for a fact. The only reason I'm saying that is I have another cowl kit from Tangled Poet, and it is the faded glass one, and that I believe is 96 stitches around. That's the only reason I'm saying that it's about that. Don't know. But, I know with me with fingering weight sweaters, my last one, 312 stitches is what I ended up using. So a lot more stitches, right? Just keep going. So they would be like micro stripes of just, scraps galore is no other way to put it. I love their marketing, and I think that is absolutely spectacular. The Aberdeen Wool has come up with a way to make us as customers, because I bought 3 bags, okay? I'm gonna throw that out there. I bought 3 bags of them. I've shown them before. I'll have to get them out and show them again. But as customers, buying scraps at 20 to 23 yards is tiny little scraps, and we're like, yes, please put them in a bucket, put them in a cute bin, give me a pattern, and I will just mix them together. It's brilliant. It is absolutely brilliant. But I like it because it's given me a chance to see a lot of their yarns in, just the colorways, the color palettes and everything. You don't get to pick your colors. You just get a bag of however many you bought, right? And I just think that's spectacular. But I was just down the rabbit hole today. I I was so busy knitting on this. I had gotten from here to here, you know, I mean, I was doing this before I got onto Ravelry, and then I'm on Ravelry, and all knitting stopped as I'm going, hey, what's my next sock pattern? And I come across the angel lace for the sock pattern. And before I realized, I mean, I realized it pretty quick, but I'm like, I could do that. That's really pretty. I like that. That looks familiar. That's why. I know why. But I thought that was hilarious. So I'm down and I'm looking at all this other stuff and haven't decided on my next pair of socks. This pair of socks sitting in my lap going, hello, I need a heel. I need a heel. Put a heel on me. I want a heel. And I'm just, you know, looking at all the other things and going, oh wait, that's too heavily patterned, you know, for some of the things that I was looking at. You're not going to see the pattern. I did find some other really pretty patterns. You know, so I'm looking at all of this, and it went all the way from, I would love to find a beautiful pattern for this, and then that goes to, I'm looking at Tangled Poet yarns, and I've got this, and I'm looking at garments, and I'm like, oh, I don't want to make socks out of this. I could make a gorgeous little sweater for my 2-year-old granddaughter out of this. Oh, I mean, how cool is that? That would be a custom, one-of-a-kind, beautiful sweater, just luxurious. I mean, just absolutely luxurious. And then I was like, well, which one for the baby, right? And I'm liking this. I think the brown would be a good one too. We saw his skin color. He's got a blue already. He does have a blue. He's got another brown thing too. I don't know. So I'm looking at all of that, and you guys are reminding me, it's like, hey, you know, you have other grandkids. You need to make something for them too. Yes, I do. They're doing better because I made a lot of stuff for them when they were younger, and I made them big. And then my grandchildren are a little slow on the growth scale, if you know what I'm getting at. They're tiny, petite people. They are. I blame that on me. Kind of. I do. So our first child, gave him everything that I had in my body, right? This is your babies, right? This is what you do, right? When you're pregnant, you do everything you can, and you're blessed with the child, if you know, that's how that worked. And hubby's 6'1", I'm 5'8", and our oldest child came out, he was 9.5 pounds, big guy, and he's just grown since then, and he's 6'5" now, so he's a big guy. And then my second child, Daddy, he's Noah's daddy, he came out, and he was not tiny. He was 8 pounds. I think he was my smallest at 8 pounds 2 ounces, something like that. But he, you know, over 8 pounds, had that little chubby face. He really did. You know, all of that stuff. He's just wonderful. And then he just didn't grow. He's like, yeah, I don't want to eat. Just leave me alone. I'm not hungry. I don't want to eat. And he's always been very tiny, skinny. And we didn't notice because his brother was like the giant and he's just the little guy. And well, that was just normal. And I think it was like his 5th grade. There was school play or something. And we saw, and he was literally the smallest kid in the class by a lot. I mean, him and his brother were always a foot apart. So, I mean, we were just used to that. So it was really kind of funny. When him and his wife met, they were the same height. She's 4'11". So they were that same height and everything when they first met each other. And he actually continued to grow after they got married. They did not marry at 4'11", just saying. No. But yeah, so it took a while and everything, and he's 5'10" now. So I blame it on me. We joke and everything, is everything went to the oldest, and my daughter, which some of you have had a chance to see here on the channel, she's 5'4". So, you know, you get the 5'4", 5'10", 6'5", right? It's like everything went to the first one. I'm like, I'm sorry, my body, I just didn't have anything left. I poured it all into the first one. I mean, it just, there you go. And we've got the little people. And it didn't help that, you know, he marries a lady that's 4'11", and it is hilarious because when they take their kids to the doctor, like, hey, your child's small. And she's kind of looking at him, like I said, she's 4'11". She's kind of looking, really? Huh. I wonder why that might be. You know, the doctors, they're healthy. They're perfect. That's fine. She's like, I don't know. I mean, Daddy was not 19 pounds at his 2-year checkup, and Mom's 4'11", and he was tiny. What do you expect? They're going to be tiny, right? So I blame it on me. Everything went to the first child. That's just how that went. So Sorry about the tangent. I don't know. Like I said, past bedtime loopy. But this is how my mind works. This is how I went from happily working on one pair of socks, complete stall, grabbing all the yarn, looking at it. Still haven't made a decision. I did order a book. It's been out of print for like 20 years. I did order a book. I'll bring that. I'll show you that when it comes in. But yeah, you know, that was a sidetrack too. The book was a total sidetrack. I'm just like, what? Didn't even know it was a thing. But by golly, during my searches, I was looking for a pattern. I'm like, that's cool. Oh, it's in this out of print book. Amazon has it. Cool. It'll be here in about a week or two. About 2 weeks. Yeah, about 2 weeks. I know. That's how my mind works. That's it. Haven't wound anything. That was the goal. My crafting goals. It's good to have goals. It's good. Did I make them? No. Did I achieve them today? Not a chance, but I had them. Yeah, I planned on turning the heel on the sock. I got to the heel. There you go. Plan on turning the heel on that. I planned on making a decision on one of these beautiful sock yarns because I keep going back and forth because these are just gorgeous. And this is, don't go to Etsy. Don't go to Etsy. You'll find things like this. You'll find things like this, and then it'll be in your house. Yeah, so then I'm looking at all these stunning things in this bouquet, this beautiful bouquet of yarn. I'm like, I want to make socks with this, at least one pair of socks out of all of this. Whatever with the rest of it, but at least one pair of socks. And yeah, no decisions were made, nothing else, just a lot of Ravelry searches. I really should put a parental time limit on my iPad, my phone, or what have you. Oh, you have exceeded your limit. It shut off now. Go do your crafting. I don't think that'd go well. I don't think that'd go well. But it sounds funny. Yeah, I might be more productive if I did that. But that's where I went. Massive rabbit hole. Tell me about your guys' excursions, because I know I can't be the only one, right? Yeah, I'm not the only one that does that. I'm just going to go ahead and say it. I know I'm not the only one that does it. Fess up. Fess up down below. Tell me your stories. Fess up. You know you do it too. Yeah, so that's where I'm at. No decisions. Just none. No decisions. With that, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go. You guys have a great day, night, evening, whatever it happens to be. And I will talk to you again later. Bye-bye.